So hi my dear friends, this is the next chapter, that is time series. So in this chapter we have definition, the essential requirements of time series, uses, components, 3-yearly, 4-yearly and 5-yearly moving averages, least squares, parabolic and exponential methods. So first, let's see the definition. Arrangement of statistical data in chronological order or in accordance with time series. The essential requirements: time gap between various values must be equal and must consist of a homogeneous set of values. Histogram is a graphical representation of time series data. Uses of time series helps in planning and forecasting business activities, and comparison between data of one period with that of another period is also possible. Components: secular, seasonal, cyclical, and irregular variations. So, secular trend is the tendency to increase or to decrease or to remain constant during long period. Seasonal variations is the regular, periodic, and short-term variation time series, climatic and weather conditions, customs, traditions. Cyclical variations are oscillatory variations which occur in four stages: prosperity, decline, depression, and improvement. So, this is the business cycle. This is very important. It starts with prosperity, then it goes down to decline, and then comes down to depression, and then improvement, and then to normal. Irregular variation, these cannot be predicted, and these are just sudden unexpected variations such as floods, earthquakes. Methods of measuring secular trend: graphical, semi-averages, moving averages, and least squares method. So graphical method, it is here original data will be plotted on the graph and time series shown on the horizontal axis, and the value of variable is shown on the vertical axis. To get the proper trend line, the curve should be smooth, and approximately there must be equal number of points above and below the curve. So the merits: it is the simplest method, it is flexible and adaptable. Demerits: it is highly affected by personal bias and it does not help us to measure trend. It is not drawn by experienced persons, then it is dangerous to use for forecasting purposes. Next is we need to fit a trend line for the following data by graphical method. So you just plot these points. First, you name the years. The years goes on to the x-axis: 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9. And on the y-axis, you just put the numbers. So the least number over here is 65 and the highest is 130. So you can either do it as 20, 25, 30 or 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 till 130. That's how you do it. And then you draw a dotted line where the points are actually near. So if you see here, the points are actually near to all the pointed marks. Okay, so that's how you draw that. And then you also draw a kink. Semi-averages. In this method, the original data is divided into two equal parts and the averages are calculated for both the parts. It is an objective method and it is simple to understand than moving averages and least squares. So draw a trend line by the method of semi-averages. Here, so exactly 6 values are given. You take 3 values and divide it by 3. Take another 3 values and divide it by 3. So that's 110 and 120. Okay. Next is moving averages. It is based on arithmetic mean. Here, depending on the specified period, the average value for a number of periods is taken into account and placing it at the center of the time span, that is period of moving averages. So the method, it is simple and easy to understand. It is more flexible than other methods. It is not only used for measurement of trend values but also for the measurement of seasonal, cyclical and irregular variation. Demerits: does not provide trend values for beginning and end of the time series. Since the method does not establish mathematical relationship, it cannot be used for forecasting. Next is the 3-yearly moving averages. So let's just take an example. So here, year and the number of students is given. Year is from 2000 to 2009 and the number of students is also given. So next table will be 3-yearly moving totals. So here the first and the last will be blank. So that's okay. And then you start adding 3 values. That's 15 plus 18 plus 17. Okay. So that's going to be 50. And then you score out 15 and then it's going to be 18, 17, 20. That's going to be 55. Score out 18, 17, 20, 23, That's gonna be 55, 60, and then 20, 23, 25. It's gonna be 68, and then next three, 77, and then you score out 23, and then 25, 29, 33. That's going to be 87. Score out the next three values. That's going to be 98, and then 33, 36, and 40. It's going to be 109. And the last table is going to be 3 yearly moving averages. 3 yearly moving averages. So again, the first and the last will be blank, and then you just divide this number, divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3, goes on. Okay, so here will be 16.6, 55 divided by 3 is 18.3, 60 divided by 3 is 20, 22.6, 25.6, 29, and then this is going to be 32.6 and 36.3. So this is how you do 3 yearly moving averages. The first and the last will be blank, and then you do 3 yearly moving totals. You first add the first three numbers, score out the first number, then you do the next three numbers, score out the next. That's how you keep doing. So this is 3 yearly moving averages. So for this, we need to actually calculate the 5 yearly moving averages, years are from 2000 to 2010, and profits are also given. The next table will be 5 yearly moving totals. Five yearly moving totals. So the first two is going to be blank, and even the last two is going to be blank. And then you start adding 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the total is, you are going to write it near 17.4. That you need to write it near the third value. So that's going to be 82.3. Score out, and then the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 83.7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's going to be 84.9. Next it's going to be 85.8. Then 87.5. 91.1. 93.6. Okay, so first you leave the both the numbers blank, the first and the second one, the beginning and the end, and then you start adding 5 values. That's 14.6, 15.9, 17.4, 17.9, and 16.5. Okay, and then you add all this, write the value next to the third number. You score out the first one, then you consider the number from 15.9, 17.4, 17.9, 16.5, and 16. You write that value, you score out the next. So that's how you do that. And then your last table is going to be 5 yearly moving averages. Okay, 5 yearly moving averages. First two and the last two will become blank. You divide the number divided by 5. You divide it by 5. Same for everything. And then it's going to be 16.46. 83.7 divided by 5 is 16.74. 84.9 divided by 5 is 16.98. 85.8 is 17.16. 87.5 divided by 5 is 17.50. 91.1 divided by 5 is 18.22. And 93.6 divided by 5 is 18.72. You need to also write the conclusion. I forgot to tell it to you for the 3 yearly moving averages. So here you see all these values. So 16.46, 16.74, 16.98, it's almost the same, and then it goes on increasing, right? So from 16 it's gone to 17, remains the same for 2, and then goes up to 18. So the given data shows an upward trend, so that should be your conclusion. So that's the end, and you get 5 marks for this. Okay. For yearly moving averages, you need to actually leave lines and write for the 4 yearly moving averages. So let's just take an example for that. This is 4 yearly moving totals, and the years are given, the profits are given. The next table is 4 yearly moving totals. You add the first 4 values, you write it beneath between the second and the third value. That's going to be 250. Score out the first, add the next 4, that's going to be 240. Score out the second, the next 4, 250 again. Score out the next 265, and then 280. Score out the next 300, and then again it's going to be 300. Next is 2 yearly moving totals. You write it between the first 2 values, these 2 values. It's going to be 490. 240 plus 250, same, 490. 250 plus 265, 515. 265 plus 280, 545. 580. 300 plus 300 is going to be 600. Next, for the trend values, you need to divide it by 8. Remember this, divided by 8. 490 divided by 8 is 61.25. The same goes here. 64.37. 545, okay, that's 68.12. 580 is 72.5. 600 is goes up to 64, goes up to 68, and then it goes up to 72. So the given data shows an upward trend. Okay, and we are done. Shows the upward trend, and we are done with 3 yearly, 4 yearly, and 5 yearly moving averages. The next one is least squares method. So this is a method of measuring trend of the type y is equal to fx. Here a mathematical equation will be fit to the given time series. The equation may be linear, quadratic, exponential, exponential. Normal equations are used for finding the coefficients of relation, which is fit by the method of least squares. So here if we look at this question, the year and the sales is given. There are 5 values totally. The middle value will be 0, and the number downwards will be named as +1, +2, and the number upwards will be -1, -2. And then you find out xy by multiplying sales with the value of x. And then you do x square. You square all these x values. And then you need to know the straight line equation. The straight line equation is y is equal to a plus b bx. And the normal equation is summation y is equal to na plus b summation x, and summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. So if summation x is 0, then a is going to be summation y by n. And if summation x is 0, then summation y is equal to na, and a is equal to summation y by n. Okay, and if summation xy is equal to b summation x square, b is equal to summation xy by summation x square. Okay, so yeah. For finding out the trend values by substituting the values of x in the trend equation, the trend values can be obtained. That is 69.6, 74.8, 80, 85.2, and 90.4. This is going to be the last sum. This is we need to fit a curve of the type AB to the power of x and estimate the population for the year 2014. So year is given, population is given, x, you take the middle value, name it 0, the number downwards goes +1, +2, and the number upwards is -1, -2. Square these numbers, you get x square. Log y, you just click on log and 132 on the calculator. So this is log, and then 132, you get 2.12. So that's how I got all these values. And then x log y is nothing but minus 2 into 2.12. So minus 2 into 2.12. So you get minus 4.2. So that's how you get all these values. And the exponential equation is y is equal to ab to the power of x. And the normal equations are summation log y is equal to n log a plus log b, summation x, and summation x log y is equal to log a summation x plus log b summation x square. And then log a is equal to summation log y by n, and log b is equal to summation x log y by summation x square. Okay, so log a is nothing but 10.97 divided by 5, and log b, that is summation x log y by summation x square, is 0.4 divided by 10. 10.97, that is log y, that is the summation 10.97 divided by 5. Okay, and n is 5 because there are 5: 2008, 2009, 2010, 11 and 12, that is 5. And log b is summation x log y divided by summation x square, so that is 0.4 divided by summation x square is 10. Okay, so when you add all these you get 10. 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. So that's how you get that. And the trend equation, y is equal to 156.31 to 1.09x, and y of 2014 is the same. So it's going to be 220.64 because the equation is y is equal to abx. So that's how I've got 156.31 into 1.09 to the power of x. Finding log a, that you get 10.97 divided by 5, that is 2.194. Then you do anti-log of 2.194. Anti-log is nothing but shift log and then 2.194. Okay, so you get 156.31, and anti-log of 0.04 is 1.09. So that's shift log, okay, 0.04. So you get 10.96. Okay, so that's how you get that. 10.96, I'm so sorry, it's 1.096. So you get 1.09, 156.31 into 1.09 to the power of 4. That's how you get 220.64. So you put the brackets, 156.31, close the bracket, 1.09 to the power of 4 equals 220.64. So the population for the year 2014 is 220.64. So I hope I was able to complete this chapter, and if you have any doubts, please go down the comment box and comment me down, and I will reach back to you soon. See you all. Bye.